Hello everyone, welcome to Vigro channel. So as part of AWS Knowledge series session, in today's demo we are going to see about volumes, like how to create a new volume and attach it to the EC2 instance, how to create a snapshot, and how to attach the same snapshot into the EC2 instance by creating a new volume, right? Okay, let's get started with our demonstration. So this is my AWS management console where I have EC2 instance dashboard. I have two EC2 instances which is running. One is in running state and another one is in stopped state. And both are Ubuntu based servers, and both are available in an availability zone 1A. Right. So if you can navigate to these volumes, basically which is available in under the Elastic Block Store, right? So I just opened the same in the new tab. So here if I can click on this volume, I would see that there are two volumes which is available, which is nothing but whenever we are trying to create an instances, right? EC2 instance in the 7-step workflow, there will be an in the storage section whatever the value which we are providing, so it will get created as a volume and it will get attached to your EC2 instance. Okay, since I have two EC2 instance, one is in running state and another one is in stopped state, it has the two volumes here, right? So we can validate the same by login to the EC2 instance. So this is the IP address of my EC2 instance, which we can get it here. Yeah, so this is the running instance, and 3.6.41.219 is my IP address of my EC2 instance. And just go ahead and connect it using the PEM file, and already I have updated the basic libraries. So now what we can do is we can elevate myself. I can elevate myself into the sudoers, and yeah, we can simply put lsplk, which shows like there are 8 GB volume which is attached, right? So that is the root volume whatever we have attached, right? So now what we can do is we can go ahead and create a new volume and attach it with the existing EC2 instance. So for that we can get into our volumes. We can go ahead and create volume. Okay, so whatever the type which we want, we can select this, and maybe I will give it as an 12 GB as the space for this specific volume. And the availability zone, so one thing we need to keep in mind that whatever the basically the EC2 instance and the volume, right? So both should be in a same availability zone, otherwise you will not be able to attach it with, right? So yeah, so since my EC2 instances are in availability zone 1A, I'm just creating the mm, volume also in the availability zone 1A. I'll just add a tag which I just say it as a name, and the tag will be an external volume demo, right? So I will just volume demo, and I will just create a volume. So it will get create with couple of seconds, right? So yeah, so it is created and it is available, right? So now it is available to get attached with any of the instances. Now I can go ahead and then attach this volume. So as I mentioned earlier, right, since the volume is in 1A availability zone, so the instances, right, available instances also we need to have option only for 1A. You can't attach it with the instances in any other running in any other availability zone. So when you click here, you will able to get the two instances, since we are having a two EC2 instances running in availability zone 1A. One is in running state and another one is in stopped state, right? So now I will go ahead and then connect it with the running instance. Okay, I will just attach it. So the moment I attach and I get into my EC2 SSH terminal and I can execute the lsblk, right, you would able to see that there are 12 GB whatever the external volume which we have added, right? It got listed here. Okay, so now we can see what is the status of this specific externally added volume. I will just see -s/dev/ xvdef, right? It's externally added, and if it is simply it shows and data, which means like it is a kind of plain hard disk which we have added when we need to format this hard disk to store any files or something, right? So to format that we need to do the make file system, right? In -t ext4 and /dev xvdf, right? So is the one. So the moment we kind of formatted that, then if I can execute this, you will able to see that, clearly see that no, it is kind of pots and it got created as an external folder. So now what we need to do is next, as a part of the next step, right? Still what we have done is we just created a new volume and attached it here, and we formatted, right? So still it is not associated with any folders, right? If you can see the first one 8 GB, right, it got mounted with the root. So now this one is not yet mounted. So what we can do is we can try to create a new folder which is which maybe we can external data, external data. I will just create a new folder and I will mount this /dev xvdf into /external data, right? So what I'm trying to do here is like I'm just mounting this volume into the external data. Now if I can try to put lsblk, it shows like this 12 GB which got um, mounted to this folder. So now what we can do is we can go to the external data and we can try to create, for example, right, a sample.txt. You can go ahead and then whatever the data which you want, you can able to copy and add it here. So I'll just create a small file, nothing. This is a sample file to demo the volumes, right? To demo the volumes in AWS, right? So I just copy paste this some small string here, insert. This is I'm not able to copy paste. Okay, this is a demo file, this is a demo file g, right? So just some kind of content. So basically you can say that no, any of the data, whatever the data you want, right, you can keep it. See if I can put sample.txt, the value whatever I got, right, it got stored now. Okay, so the next thing what we can do is we can try to take this as a backup and try to create it as a snapshot, right? So we can try to create snapshot using this volume and we can try to attach the same to the. So next what we can do is like we can try to detach this, we can try to unmount this from the EC2 instance, and then we can detach it and create it as a snapshot and then see how it works, right? So for that, first we need to unmount the specific external hard disk, right? External volume whatever we have attached, right? So we can get out of this folder and I can mention unmount /external data, right? So now what if you can go ahead and see the lsblk, it shows like the 12 GB, right? So whatever we have, it is not attached, right? So now we can get into the our EC2 console, right? In AWS management console, we can get into the volumes and you can try to detach it here. Okay, so generally, right, if you are actively using that external volume, or even sometimes, right, if it is not properly unmounted, here you will get a problem while detaching the instance, right? So during that time you can use even the force detach volume, right? So where you can try to forcefully detaching the volume, so that option also you can try to see. So now we can see what is the status of this. Yeah, it is detached completely. Okay, so now what we can do is we can try to create a snapshot using this, right? So what I will do is I will just try to create a snapshot, right? And I can mention we grow snapshot and key I will add it as an name, which is we grow snapshot, right? And I will just create it as a snapshot. So generally oops, okay, so generally the snapshots will take some time. Maybe if we can navigate to this snapshot, if you can see, it shows 1%. Okay, I'll just pause the video for some time to get this snapshot to get completed. Okay, so my snapshot got completed. Since already I had only a smaller file, right, just a sample.txt. It took just some 2 to 3 minutes, right? So it's kind of based on your data, right? It will take the time to complete the snapshot, right? So next thing is like the same thing we are going to perform now using the snapshot. So before that, we can see what is the status in the server, right? If I can put lsblk, I will not at all see the 12 GB, right? Since we kind of completely detached the volume from the EC2 instance, right? So we will not be able to see the same here. Okay. So now what we can do is we can try to create a volume using this, right? So if you can see in the snapshot, you can, from here itself, we can create an volume from this snapshot, right? See, the other option is like in this volume itself, you can try to create a new volume, and here you can select the snapshot, right? But this will list you the lot of snapshot. It's very hard to identify your own snapshot. Okay, so for that, either you need to copy the snapshot ID, right, whatever shows here, right, whatever this snapshot ID, you need to copy and paste it over there to find it, or in this screen itself we can try to create a new volume using this, right? Create a new volume. Okay, and now maybe we can try to increase this space to 5G. So one thing you need to notice, like since we are creating from the snapshot and already it is at 12 GB, right, whatever the original size, if you try to reduce the size less than the original one, you will get an error. But you have an option to increase the increase the size, right? So once, if you feel like you wanted to increase the size of your instance, you can select it. And this is the availability zone. Since our instances are in the same availability zone 1A, I just using the same availability zone, and here I will just add as a tag which shows like this is the external from snapshot, right? From snapshot we are creating this volume. So now we can create an volume, and we can navigate into the volumes and then see what is the status of our new uh, volume, right? So here, if you can see the external snapshot, the volume is got created, and now the size of this will be an 15 GB, right? So now what we can do is we can try to attach this same instance same volume into the EC2 instance, right? I will select the same instance. So before that, here if you can see, there is no external volume got added. Now we are attaching the external volume. Now we can go ahead and then see what is the status. So if you can see here, the 15 GB got added. Now again we need to follow the same step. So but this time, right, if you can go and see the whether the hard disk, right, since already it got formatted and it has the original data, right, you will end up in getting that it is already formatted, right? Because since we are kind of restoring it from the snapshot, right, it is not a kind of very factory default hard disk kind of, right? Okay, this one already have some data. So only thing which we need to do is we need to mount, right? What I will do is I will use the same mounting point. So here if you can see xvdf, so the same commands, right, whatever we used earlier, I will just use this. And now if we can go and see the lsblk, it shows it is got mounted. But now if you can see, it has the 15 GB is the size. Now I will get into the external data, and ls, say the whatever the file which we created earlier, right, the same file would be available here. So that is how if you can see how the new volume we need to how we will be able to create a new volume and attach to EC2 instance, either using a fresh volume and using the snapshot, right?